Y'all be so ego driven in these relationships. Y'all be over there, oh, he'll never find a woman like me. Baby, it's a lot more good women out here than there is good men. Okay, the crazy part is you probably won't find another man like him if he's a good man. You thinking just because you got all these men in your DMs, thinking they ready to wipe you up. They're not. Most of them are ready to what? Come here, why I say this. Fuck. They not looking for no wife. They're looking for a fun time. And you look like a fun girl on the internet.
I say things like this a lot. I've said things like this a lot. But I feel as though when a person on the outside looking in and it's the first video they've seen of mine, it makes them feel some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? It makes them feel some type of way. They want to, throw out, you know, misogynistic. They want to throw out narcissistic. And it's like, do y'all even really know what these terms mean? Right? Just because I have a certain view, I have a certain opinion on things about relationships, about women, it don't mean I hate them. Listen, I was raised by women, all women, right? So I think I know a little bit, right? That these women are some of the strongest women I know, and a lot of the things that I had saw and the things that I was told not to do were contradictory. You see what I'm saying? To each other. So they tell you how to be, but the guys that end up uh getting these women, they are the opposite of that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I'm perfect. You see what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but I got a good grasp on how I should operate, when you have a partner. You see what I'm saying? And all of these things have to be, in check before you get into a relationship with another person. You know what I'm saying? Two messed up people can't get a relationship together. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too off topic. She's right. She's absolutely right. And I think what some ladies get misunderstood or misconstrued is just because you have not cheated, that just gives you an automatic good girlfriend pass or hall pass. Nah, not at all. It takes more than just not being able to sleep with somebody, because believe it or not, a lot of women don't want to be sleeping around, right? And most of them really don't. It's a small percentage of these women that do that. Like I've heard about, it's just a small percentage of these men sleeping with all these women having all these children. You get what I'm saying? So it's a small percentage, but that's what's fed to you on social media. That's what's fed. That's what's portrayed. You're gonna think it's an illusion. You're gonna think that that's the norm, but no, it's not it. Most of these women don't want to be doing what they doing, or these women that's making these songs talking about doing what they doing ain't doing what they doing. You see what I'm saying? Right? They make this type of music, but in their heart of hearts, they're not like that. They're in relationships, and not like short term, back to back. Oh, she's seen with him, and then next week she's seen with another guy. Nah, these women are in long term relationships, right? And they are trying to do right by their partner until they'd had enough by this guy. You see what I'm saying? Then that's when they step out. Then that's usually towards the end, right? They'll try for an extended period of time, and then they're like, all right, enough is enough. Let me go and get my get back. That's usually what happens. But like I said, if the man checks off, over half of your boxes, he's most likely a good man, right? Unless the checks that he didn't check off are, your cardinals or your, non-negotiables. Okay, I guess you can trash them, but what makes you think that you are gonna find any better? What makes you think that he's not gonna find another you? And I can almost guarantee that he's gonna find another you, because like I said, I've seen this happen. I've seen women be dumb for non-good guys for years on end, right? Just just getting hit with stupid texts, just getting hit with the delusional card left and right, just thinking this man gonna become a better man, and it never happens, right? Right? It's the same dude. I've seen women, more women do that than men, right? A guy is less likely to leave the relationship, right? Women usually ends their relationships, But I've seen where women just stay in relationships stuck in this fucking limbo, in this loop for years on end and get nowhere, right? And then maybe they'll wake up, but a lot of times they don't wake up, right? And they're stuck in this endless cycle. And then they want to say, well, I love them. But love isn't enough. It has never been enough. It takes more than that. It takes effort. It takes understanding. It takes a lot of things to make this whole situation work, right? And to work on a functional level where y'all can be content with one another, not just existing. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a situation where a woman has told you that you're never going to find a woman like her, and literally all a woman really has to do is open her DM. Case in point, all she has to do is open her DM and it's probably flooded. Just the average girl, run of the mill girl, she could just be cute. She don't even got to be smoking. DMs flooded with a whole bunch of fucking hard heads. That's what I'm saying. Whole bunch of hard heads, whole bunch of guys is horny. After 12 a.m. demon time, demon time. That's what they be on. But I'm not gonna keep yapping. Let's let her finish off what she got to say, and then we'll get back to it.
The harsh truth that people do not want to realize. Okay, relationships are hard. You better love on that man while you can. Then you be wondering why that man over there with that plain Jane ass female. Because she doesn't give him a headache. Because she boosts his confidence and encourages him. Because she doesn't belittle him. Because she makes him feel like a man. That's why.
Yeah, and I feel as though just because a female thinks she looks a certain type of way, she can act a certain type of way, and it's gonna be okay. Bars, I'm cooking, right? But if you are not with a person that's superficial, you see what I'm saying? A person that understands that the inside is way more important than what's on the outside, then you are going to come into a situation where they're not going to put up with that bullshit. They don't care. Like I said, I've said this time and time again, a lot of these women are trying to look like each other, right? So it's nothing for me to go and get a girl to look like you. Okay, this one has been ran through. Okay, this one over here got mental issues. This one over here has father issues. This one over here, right, got a spending habit. It's nothing for you to drop them like a bag of ice and find one that looks similar to her that can do more or is willing to do more. You see what I'm saying? Right? I don't see where men are trying to overwhelmingly be like each other. Like, this is a time in history where it's more than ever where women are trying to be like one another. They're all not trying to be their self. So it's like, okay, you acting with this attitude, and then if you want to find yourself in a situation where the bitch is bad on the outside or don't look good on the inside or don't look good on the outside, and then she got a terrible spirit, you need to really get the fuck up out of here, because it's like, what you doing, bro? But yeah, it's nothing to go and pick you up another woman that is similar to the one you had. Like I was talking about last week, there was this girl on social media that was named the prerequisites that she needed to be able to date her. Shorty already had 3 kids. She wasn't, special, no celebrity, no nothing, just run-of-the-mill female that's posted on TikTok. And it's like, what makes you think that a man can't get you, right, similar, a girl that favors you with no kids and with a different type of mindset, right, that grew up in a better household than you? It's like, I don't understand where you could come up with this. You go to the drawing board. I don't know if you got a support group where y'all just having this empowerment shit, but a lot of the empowerment shit that y'all be doing is really hindering y'all chances. Y'all really think y'all gonna get something that y'all not qualified for, right? It's not even about being qualified. It's like, you need to date where you at, but we already know the mindset level is not there. So you're not going to, and in most cases, find a woman that's going to date a man on her level, right, or below. That's usually not how that happens. He way over exceeds her in something. You see what I'm saying? form or fashion, he way over exceeds her, whether that's in status, money, you know, something, right, that may not be present or apparent, you know, initially on the outside, until she finds it, or until you figure out what that is. You know, you're not gonna, like, what the fuck is going on? You're not gonna really understand that, but that's what it is. But a man, like I said before, a man can always go and get himself a female, right, you know, and bring her up to speed, teach her some things, or how to be a certain type of way. It's not about you needing to find somebody that's impressionable, but it kind of is someone that's willing to fall into your program, because you are supposed to be the lead, right? And if you're not leading, what are you doing? Why am I here? Right? But I don't know. I didn't talk enough. I was rambling, yapping, but I do know one thing though. Make sure down your eyes and girls to your T's. It's your boy Alex. I'll catch y'all on the next one.